there is there a need for the musician? Is there a need for the composer that creates this game with many different compositions? At the current level, there is no need perhaps anymore for anyone to really understand the music.
And that gets at the heart of the claim that I want to dispel, that music is a product, that music is the sheet of music that has notes or dots on it, that music is the recording on a CD or a download from Bandcamp. That's that's a really restricted way to view music. Music is an activity. It's a cultural activity. It involves a person engaging with the history of what they've heard in the past, and perhaps communicating some message or communicating some emotion that is not easily described by words. It's not the recording, though, that is the music here. And so people mistake the music for the product, and then it's very easy to see. Machine can produce the product too. The machine can produce the product at a cheaper cost than the human. Therefore, we'd have no need for human. But music, when you see it as an activity, as a cultural activity that people share, you can't divorce the human from that. The human is, say, augmented but with the machine. The human is augmented with software that allows them to create sheet music, that allows them to master recordings on their own, to submit to Bandcamp, to develop a following. But the music is what happens around what we see as the product. And with that richer perspective of music as an activity, you can see the machine as a tool, as a, maybe in some sense, a co-creator. It's much more like, these tools are becoming much more than just a word processor, right? You have Microsoft buying ChatGPT to integrate this within the Words, or whatever application they're creating. And I don't know if you've used ChatGPT yet, but it's a very, it's a tool that can be applied in a diverse number of situations, where when you're working with it, when I'm working with it, it becomes much more of a co-creator than a word processor, let's say. So these AI systems that are being trained on lots of music, they're becoming partners in the creation of music, which is at the core a human activity. Now, considering the current states of the world in the sense of capitalism and the neoliberalist perspective that profits and making money is sort of the goal, that things that make money are good and things that don't return a profit are not desirable. It's easy to see that in some contexts where music is needed for commercials, for selling things, that the desire is to reduce the amount of money needed to market a product and thus increase revenue and profit. And in this sense, there's a threat to a musician's ability to earn money doing tasks that they used to earn money for. They have to take on many more, say, freelance jobs in order to make ends meet now, because some companies are employing algorithms now to create hundreds of thousands of hours of production music that is high quality, enough quality that it is quite quickly applicable to a commercial, that it is threatening the livelihood of composers that would make their money otherwise. So, two different perspectives here. I can say, music as a cultural activity, don't worry. AI is just a tool. It's a partner in music creation, but the human is always a part of it. But there's the other perspective, is that there's a real need for music as a product, and this is where the application of these technologies, some people call it democratizing, that now you don't need to hire a team of artists to do branding. Let's say you can do it yourself by interfacing with ChatGPT, Stable Diffusion, Music LM, maybe you've seen this recently. And then this will get you most of the way there at a far cheaper price. And then we have a lot of people that can't make ends meet to practice their art. So what is the solution then? Well, in my opinion, society needs to step up and put a value on art as an essential part of being a human being in some country, in some place. Whether that's a universal income, whether that's government subsidized cultural activities. Like in Sweden, there's some support to subsidize choreographers and playwrights and musicians who are actually trying to be full-time artists. There's fellowships, there's grants. Artists, though, it becomes, there's a lot of solutions out there, but society as a whole, whether it's within a nation or within a global community, needs to move beyond trying to pay the least amount of money for a product, right? A lot of people expect to get music for free. They pay a subscription to Spotify or Netflix and they get all this content for free. You have people that don't want to pay for these big corporations that control the media, and so you've got piracy and whatnot. But really, we are trying to get away with not paying the true cost of things. I think it's a core problem of a society that's steeped in sort of capitalistic neoliberal tendencies.